Now let's talk about limits. The genius of the firm is defined by its knowledge, its networks, and its routines. Definition gives it identity, identity gives it limits. Sometimes limits give us something to push against, sometimes they give us something to rest within. Always they give us boundaries, and boundaries must be respected. Let's look again at Apple, this time as an example of a company still very much involved in pushing towards the limits of its genius at creating amazing experiences of digital media. It's anybody's guess whether they've gotten there yet. Microsoft, on the other hand, may well be bumping up against the limits of its genius at personal computing on the desktop. My brother sent me this article posted by Mr. Adam Hartung in his blog on Forbes. Writing about Microsoft, Mr. Hartung says, the market has shifted and the business is no longer selling what customers really want. No matter how hard management tries to recapture the past, customers have decided to move on. I would be inclined to a somewhat different view. My view would be that the market for Microsoft has not so much shifted as saturated. People still want to do personal computing on the desktop, and Microsoft is still a genius at desktop computing. It's just that the network building for Microsoft is largely finished. They have reached the limit of their user base. Everyone who has a need to do desktop computing and the money to pay for it pretty much already has a solution. Many have Microsoft solutions. So it's not that people don't want what Microsoft is selling, it's that they already have it. It's a similar case in the soft drink industry. Coke and Pepsi routinely battle each other furiously over a few percentage points of market share. Why? Their networks are also complete. Pretty much everybody who might want a Coke or a Pepsi can get one. Fortunately for Coke and Pepsi, they sell consumable items, not durable goods like Microsoft, and so their large and stable customer base continues to make regular and recurring purchases of their products and keep the companies making money. Coke did, however, learn the hard way not to mess around with a good thing. In 1985, they introduced a new Coke. Why? Not really sure. I suspect they thought that they could win the battle for market share with it, but it turned out not to be such a good idea. So, the lesson is to know your limit and respect it. Until you reach it, pursue it as a goal. Once you've reached it, accept it as a boundary. Either way, you can make money. But don't reach beyond your limit or fail to keep pace with it. When you do, that's when you lose. Next, we'll discuss change.